Students, today we're going to be doing Google Sheets, lesson 3.4. It's called My College Choices, also subtitled Working with Hyperlinks. The overview says college is right around the corner and you have decided that you need to get serious about doing some research. Your parents would like you to decide on a location soon. So you decide to create a spreadsheet with a list of colleges you are considering. Your list will include the college name, location of that school, and you will also create a hyperlink so that you can easily continue your research. In this lesson, you will use Google Sheets to create a list of colleges with information and a hyperlink to the school's official website. The new skills you'll create. You'll be able to create a hyperlink, format column widths, use the paint format function, and insert an image. So we're going to go ahead and get started with Google Sheets lesson 3.4, and I'm going to start with the instructions. And of course, it says that we need to go to your My Sheets folder, and from there you're going to do a new, and you're going to call it lesson 3.4. Takes just a minute to load here. All right. Lesson 3.4. All right, so that is simple enough. We've got that started. Now, on instructions 2, it says, enter the data as shown below. Do not worry if part of your text is cut off. You'll fix that in a future step. Now, so yours may not look exactly like what you see in the little display below because your column is not the same width, but I had to widen the column so that you can make sure that you can see all of the data. So I'm going to start keying this in here. All right. So you can see that part of Arkansas State University is cut off, and when I start typing Jonesboro, it will cut it off, but that's okay. We're going to fix that later, so don't worry about it. University of Michigan. Not sure if that's Arbor, but anyway, I'm going to leave it, and I'm going to type this one last one. Correct. PENNSYLVA. Yeah, okay. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and continue, but at this point, I'm going to pause the video for just a moment to finish typing those. So when I come back, I will have keyed those in. All right, so you can see that I have finished typing those, and I did go up and change. I had Ann Arbor spelled wrong right up here, so I'll fix that. So I just have to make sure that everything is spelled right, and notice that there are lots of things cut off. Again, that's okay because we are going to fix that in a future step. So I'm on step 3 now. It says to insert a hyperlink, and it says to insert a hyperlink for quick access to a web page, do the following. It says click on cell A4. I'm going to click on cell A4, which is Arkansas State University. And then it says in the insert menu, choose link. Okay. All right. And notice that it automatically put the text Arkansas State University there. And then it says in B, it says in the link dialog box, type www.astate.edu into the link into the link box, okay, into the link field, and then click apply. All right, so you'll notice that it turned Arkansas State University into a hyperlink. It says there's a hint here. It says when you go to type in the web address, you may see the website already listed as a possible website. If you know it's the official website, you can just click on it. So for the future reference, we may try that. It says continue adding the web addresses. Below is a link for the rest of the schools. The list below is for you to use to type in or to select the correct web address for each school. All right. So there's a box down there with the school and the rest of the school names and their actual web address. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to actually, remember we went to insert and link there, and see this time rather than type it in, I'm just going to see. It tells me UMich. So there it is. It's already there. So I can just click on that and hit apply. Very good. So I didn't have to type it this time. Now as I go into University of Pennsylvania, I'm going to try a different method here. I'm going to click on it, but then there's a shortcut. Right here's the link as well. So University of Pennsylvania, UPenn. Oh, there it is. So I'm going to go ahead and continue doing these as I go through here. Texas. So far I'm not having to type any of them. IU. Apply that. University of California, Berkeley. Just have to make sure because it may not always be the first one on the list. See, this one is not. See, Berkeley is the second one. All right. Last one here, University of Arkansas. All right, so I have completed step 3. So now step 4 says to bold and center align row 3. Let's scroll up. Here is row 3. Remember, rows go across, so the numbers indicate the rows. Columns go up and down, so columns are indicated with a letter. So row 3, I'm just going to select it, and I'm going to bold. And it says to center align it. And then it says change the font size to 14. All right, so I've done that. All right. Now it says to format a column width. This is step 5. It says to resize a column to a specific width, do the following. It says place your cursor over the column heading A until you see a drop-down arrow appear. Until you see the drop-down arrow appear. Okay. So I'm going to do that. Oh, there it is. I see it. When I click on it, it says click on the drop-down arrow and choose Resize Column. All right. And it says in the Resize Column A dialog box, enter 150 for the new column width. Then click OK. Oh, that's still cut off, but don't worry. It says don't worry, we will, it says, I know that part of your text is still clipped or cut off. It says, don't worry, we'll fix that in the next step. So I guess we're not going to worry about that because in step 6, we're going to do a new skill, which is using text wrap. Oh, cool. So that's going to, when you're typing in a document, your text automatically wraps from one line to the next. Well, it'll do the same thing here for these that are clipped a little bit. Okay, so I was in step 6, use the wrap text. It says for data to be displayed on multiple lines within a cell, you're going to select cells A4 through A13. So I'm going to select A4 down to A13. And then it says from the text wrapping drop-down menu. So I have to look at the picture there to see what that is. And I had to go to more to get it. It says, I'm going to click on that and I'm going to select wrap. Oh, and there's the wrap button. It shows me a picture of that as well. Oh, and you see what it did. It said now you should be able to see the school names that were cut off because they should be on a second line inside the cell. And in fact, they are. So you look at Arkansas State University, University of Pennsylvania, University of North Carolina. So there were 2 or 3 that were wrapped. Very good. Step 7 says select cell B4, and it says change the color to red. All right, so I'm going to be making some changes here. The color of that to red, and italicize the text. Okay, cool. Great. Now in step 8, it says to use the paint format. So this is a tool. We did use this in Word. It's this button right here, the paint format. It says sometimes you want to copy the text formatting from one item and apply it to other blocks of text. The paint format function is an easy way to do that, so let's try it here. It says to click on cell B4. Okay, still clicked on it. If it is not still selected, it says then choose the paint format button from the button bar. So I'm going to click on it, and I'll notice that it kind of stayed gray. It shows me a picture there. Go on to step B. It says now you will select cells B5 through B13. So I'm going to click on B5 and drag down to B13. Let go of the mouse button. It says if you did it correctly, all of the school locations should now be red and italicized. And sure enough, I must have done it correctly because they are. All right, step 9 says bold and increase the font size of cell A1. Bold it and increase the font size to 18. And choose Mogra as the font. Now Mogra is going to be in my, Mogra is going to be in my font list. Okay, but it may not be in yours. If it's not in yours, then you'll have to make sure that you add fonts or more fonts. So I'm going to click on Mogra there, and so it changed that. And then insert an image, step 10. So this is getting close to the end. It says to insert an image. To add an interest to your spreadsheet, it says you might want to add an image. This is an easy task. Do the following. It says click in cell C5. All right, I'm going to click there, and it says then go to the insert menu at the top of your screen and click on image. All right. Step B says on the search option, click search. It says type Arkansas State University. Hit enter. So it's searched, and it says when the images appear, double click on the A State logo pictured below. Oh, there it is. So I'm going to click on that one. Not doing anything yet. Oh, there it comes. So it popped in. Very good. Now it says resize the image so it's roughly the width of 2 columns. It should fit similar to the image below. So I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to resize it so it's about 2 columns wide. Right there it is. And then it looks like I can also move it around if I need to. All right. Very good. Very good. So that was simple enough. So it's just going to look similar to the image there below. It says proofread your step 11, proofread your spreadsheet for spelling and grammar mistakes, and then you're going to turn it into Google Classroom. So I'm looking here at mine. You can look at yours. Should be looking for mistakes, capitalization mistakes. Those are oftentimes overlooked. Make sure you don't. Make sure everything is correct here, and turn it in. If you want to wait just a few minutes in the video following this, you will see a picture of the key.